Hey out there! So I'm over here at the Union Beach house. I've made a bunch of videos about this house in the past month and a half or two. Difficulties getting the tenant out of here, then all the work I had to put into this house in order to bring it back to its glory from a couple years ago when I renovated it. And now I'm excited because I'm about to list it. I'm going to list it within the next couple days. It kind of came up on me pretty fast. How I came up with this was I was driving around in the neighborhood and I saw a house for sale. Let me show you this house. So up here on the left is the house I'm talking about. It's cute. Move-in ready. I'm on the back deck of this Union Beach house and I'm showing you there's a street behind here. So you see that two-story house? Just on the other side of that two-story house is the house that I just showed you I drove by. That's how close it is. The reason why I thought like I'm ready to list is because seeing that house for sale, that house is on the market for, I think, $370. It's smaller than the house that I'm going to list. And yes, it's move-in ready, but it's not in as good a condition as my house. Same amount of bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. And everything else taken into consideration, mine's going to be worth more. So I'm excited. Now, there's a bunch of stuff I still want to do before I list the house because there's still a lot of cleanup, but this yard is nice. I'm going to fix up and paint that shed before Monday because that's when I'm hoping to list it. This is the garage. This would be a big selling feature for me if I was going to buy this house. A 2-car detached garage, right? And that's the house. Now, don't judge it. I don't have it all set up for like maximum curb appeal. It's going to be hard in this weather, but I am going to clean this sucker up. I'm going to power wash the driveway, spruce it up a little bit, put a welcome mat. I'd like to get a flag up there, but I don't think I can. So this is it from the other side. It's cute, right? So that house on the other street that I drove by and showed you guys, that got me like kind of excited because there's not a lot of inventory on the market right now. So seeing that house for $370 without a detached 2-car garage, not in as good a condition, not as big of a lot as mine. It's in a flood zone just like this property is. And there's a lot of similarities, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, and everything else I just spoke about made me think that I'm gonna be able to get at least that amount. An interesting thing that realtor is doing, which I've never seen before, and I really don't know how kosher, at least it is she has it listed on Zillow, but she doesn't have it listed on a multiple listing service. I text her and I asked her about it, and I said, well, I saw it on Zillow, but it's not on the multiple listing service. She said she's going to put it on the MLS, multiple listing service, after her open houses this weekend. Well, I don't know if you're allowed to do that as a realtor, but who am I to say? The reason why I think a realtor would do that is because they want to try to double end the deal. There's so many buyers out there with so few houses that she's probably thinking, for one weekend, let me put it on the market and see if I can not only capture the selling side of it, but I can also get the buyer and double end the commission. Maybe it's not as cynical as that, but I can't see another reason why a seller wouldn't want to open it up to all realtors out there. So that's also exciting to me that she sees the market as being so tight that she's going to be able to sell it in one weekend. Before I tell you what we're going to list this house for, because that's like like the cliffhanger. Like you got to hang on to the end of the video to get the actual list price here. Let me tell you a conversation I just had with Diane last night. Did I ever tell you that Diane has to put up with my quirks? Diane has reminded me that I said that I was going to put the house on the market the first week of March. And I really didn't want to put the house on the market until the curb appeal was beautiful. I was thinking about painting the driveway. I want to get some warmer weather to get some green in the lawn, maybe put some flowers out front, spruce it up, so that the first impression of a buyer when they pull up is like, man, that house is like fresh, it's beautiful. That curb appeal is just making me want to go inside. So I was in no rush to really get it on the market until we got some nice days so that I could finish the outside. Diane, she was thinking we should list it ASAP. So here's the conversation I had with her. I said, listen, if we put the house on the market right now as is, and that's how firm I was talking. Imagine Diane rolling her eyes. I said, if we put the house on the market as is right now, we're going to be leaving like $20,000, $30,000 on the table. And that's not something I'm willing to do. I want that outside to look as beautiful as the inside to get people in there. So we're not listing it before it's ready to. I mean, of course, if she said you had to list it, I'd probably bet. That's the conversation I had last night, right? So now here I am, I'm going to have my broker list this house because I just don't want to deal with people. It's just not one of my strong suits. I get like anxiety and stress, and then when a buyer comes in and they're nitpicking, and I just say, hey, you know what? Maybe you should go look for another house. I know. I should work on that. But anyway, here I am talking about listing it. So here's what we're going to list it for. My broker, like I said, is going to list it, so I don't have to deal with the buyers. And he says we should list it at $399. $399. I even said to him, sounds a little high. And he said, well, I mean, if you want, you can go down lower, but I think we're going to get full price offer or above. Yeah, I'm excited. Let me take you for a little tour of the house. As I said, it's not done. It's still got to get cleaned up a little bit, but use your imagination. And then if you want, look back at a video like a month and a half ago when I got the house back from the tenants, and then you could be like, wow, that's a transformation. Transformation. So fresh paint, had the hardwood, sanded down and restained. Kitchen's just about done. I ran a mop over this, but I gotta do the floor again. But I love this floor. It's the solid luxury vinyl planking. I put it in about, I don't know, whenever I redid the house 2.5 years ago. And it's beautiful. Even though the tenants did not respect anything in this house, the floor stood up to it. I put in a new stove. Everything's cleaned up. This little space back here, I don't even know what you would call that. Maybe butler's pantry or something, but it gives you a lot more room with cabinets. You got to put the fire extinguisher up in order to get the CO. And you got that back deck that I was on before, and the backyard. That's a shed. There's the garage over there. That door leads down to the basement. Let me show you the basement. Now listen, it's a basement. It's nothing to like write home about and get all excited about a basement, but there's not a lot of basements around here. I just put a new sump pump in, but before that, it was dry down here anyway. This is the furnace as well as the central AC. Got the electric box over there. Got a nice big 50-gallon water heater over there. It's not hot water heater, it's water heater. Washer dryer over here, and then that's the exit over there. All right, so you got plenty of storage down here. Now another cool thing that when I was talking to Vinny, that's my broker, he showed me this house that he had listed. And he used virtual staging, which is pretty exciting to me because you take a blank room, this would be the dining room over here, and then the bathroom's in here. Okay. Nice clean vanity, toilet, bathtub, nice tub surround, right? Put the mirror in yesterday. Nice air freshener. I still got to get all my my tools and clean this stuff out of here. So Vinny showed me this virtual staging, which is amazing to me. So you don't have to stage it, but you can put the pictures as if they are staged. Now you put a picture of the room with nothing in it, and then a picture of the room that's staged with nice furniture and stuff, so people could use their imagination for putting their own stuff in here. That's the one bedroom. I am digging the lines on the carpet, the brand new carpet, right? Like I get into that when I'm vacuuming. The chair was left. I am loving that chair. I'm actually going to take that chair with me. This is another bedroom over here. Then you get the master bedroom. All right, nice and clean, neat. So let's go over the numbers on this house. I don't always do that because, well, first of all, I don't usually sell houses. I usually hold them as rentals. But I also don't do it because maybe I'm a little paranoid, like Big Brother's listening. I also don't do it because I don't want to come across as a know-it-all to anybody out there because it doesn't always work out like this. This is going to be a home run. If this house doesn't sell, which I already said to the broker, Vinny, I said, listen, if it doesn't sell in like a month and a half or two, I'm taking it off the market and I'm going to rent it out. Because the rental market is tight. Like, I could probably get $2,700 a month rent over here. And I have family members and friends have asked me in past couple of weeks about if I had any rentals available, and I say no. The reason why is because I would feel bad asking a family member for $2,700 a month over here, but that's what I can get. So that's worst case scenario, which isn't that bad of a deal. So I bought the house for $109,000 about 2.5 years ago. I think I refinanced it after 5 months of having it. So it was a pretty good turnaround time because the refinance company that I used, I no longer use. It took like 2.5 months to get this freaking thing refinanced. So then I took some cash out. So I already made a little bit of cash during the renovation phase because I did a lot of the work myself. And then I made a little bit of cash when I cashed out and I refinanced. So now selling it for $399 or close to it, you do the numbers. Like, that's a fantastic deal. Now, what I'm thinking about doing with the cash from this is, because I don't want to pay taxes on it, is taking it and doing a 1031 exchange. I'm not going to go into detail about the 1031 exchange, but the government allows you to take money that you make on a piece of property. They might let you do this with stocks. I don't think so, but they might. Nah, I don't think they do. Another reason why real estate is awesome. They'll let you take the cash. Let's just say, for simplicity, I had $100,000 that I would make on this house. At the end of the year, if I had to pay capital gains, I'd pay somewhere between 20 and 30% on that. So I'd have to give the government $20,000 to $30,000 in taxes. These are all just like round numbers for you guys, okay? Instead of paying that taxes, I could take that $100,000 and give it to a third party who handles 1031 exchanges, find another piece of property, put that whole $100,000 into another piece of property, and avoid paying taxes. When you sell and you put the money in your pocket, that's when you have to pay taxes. So this is beneficial because then I can take the money, put it into another piece of property, and then pretty quickly after that, I could refinance it, take out another loan, take out the majority of the cash that I would have taken out tax-free. So as long as you don't sell, you don't have to pay the taxes on that. So this is a home run. This is one of those situations that reinforce my belief that I should try not to label things as good or bad when they come into my life. Like when I was trying to get the tenants out of here, and then when I finally got them out, the house was disgusting, and I even made a video. I looked back at it, and I think I was whining a little bit. In my head, I labeled it as bad. This is a bad situation. Pissed off, frustrated. And now, there's a good chance I'm going to be able to get more for this house than I ever thought that I could. So now all of a sudden it's a good situation. So I got to remember that when situations come in, to not label. So I'm hoping to get some more curb appeal at this house, and if I do and it looks even better, then I'm going to shoot another video before Monday. And on Monday, the photographer is supposed to come out. Once it goes live, which in my opinion, Thursdays are the best time to list houses. Once it goes live, then I'll give you the MLS number, I'll give you the address and everything else so you can take a look at it online. Have an amazing day.